Hello, good morning and happy Sunday, everyone. May the grace of God be with you all. You might not be watching this on a Sunday, but it is Sunday for me, and I have about 10 to 15 minutes before I got to get into Mass here. But I do have some time to work on this piece. And one thing I'm thinking about right now is that I want the process of this to be a work of art as much as the work of art itself. That's one of my visions for Opus Lilium, which I've talked about just a little bit here on the channel. So well, okay, so I just want to kind of get painting here. Don't really have a plan for this next 10 to 15 minutes, but I want to kind of just get in here to St. Joseph and just start like finding things, so I'm going to be looking at like each detail and just kind of chipping away at it, because I think that's what this piece is kind of going to be like. It's going to be like a lot of chipping away. Yeah. So as I said, I've been starting the book from Walter Ciszek. Actually, I think in one of my next videos, I want to do a little bit of a book review on The Mamba Mentality by Kobe Bryant. Kind of like what I got from that. I could talk about it a little bit before I get into like a serious book review. So I finished reading it, and I think Kobe Bryant is Catholic. I think that, yeah, one thing I had found out is that on the day he passed away in the accident, I think he had gone to Mass that day with his daughter. But correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what I heard from the story. Okay, so yeah, there's like stuff here in the line art that I want to sort of improve. This is Opus Inker 2, so this is the correct brush, but am I in the right layer? I think that is the right color as well. Yeah, it is. So here's what I'll do. I think I'm gonna have to make it smaller. So this piece here, I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep that, because I'm not sure what that is. It's hard to know what's going on in my sketch. What progress can I make in the next 5 to 10 minutes? I think here, I did look up some pictures of lilies. In fact, I did get one reference. Something like this. The leaves kind of like spread out like that. Yeah, they kind of spread out and come down. When I used to play a lot of games, competitive games, I would watch videos, and eventually as the games became, more professional, more official, more esports, there was always like professional commentary on the games, professional or amateur, whatever you want to call it, and it created a lot of noise, I think. But I think oftentimes when I just watched the game without sound, I was able to pay attention more to what was happening in the games. So I have that in mind right now, because I always force myself, like, make sure I have a lot of oh my goodness, I totally just put all this in the wrong layer. Hold on, let me grab all that and cut and paste it. Cut and paste. Let's bring this up here. Merge this one down. Okay. So I'm saying that because I want, sometimes I don't want to have to always force myself to be, bantering on the video. I should allow myself to really just concentrate on the lines and understand this is a video, not a podcast. I'm not a radio show, not audio. If you guys are going to be, if you're here, you might be watching what I'm doing, and I think it is quite interesting. So hopefully I can make it interesting for y'all. Okay. Okay, let's see. I'm just gonna throw in some hatching here. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep it here as well. Here as well. I might just do the shading in the paint layer, but I'm gonna throw it in for now. I wonder how much hatching I should do, because I have seen some of those Renaissance paintings where they did a lot of hatching, and it was really quite nice. Okay, let's hop into Mary here. She's definitely unfinished as far as line art goes. Jesus is like, I've done quite a bit of him. Let's do Mary. I did notice the sash could be higher, and I painted it in, so let's bring the sash kind of up there. Hatching. Okay. Bring the cloth down here. I think over time, I'm starting to feel how I should handle the Apple Pencil, because the Apple Pencil has been historically, it's felt different from, the Wacom tablets I was using, Wacom, and it's always been a lot smoother along the texture, and that, for me, that was always a little bit bothersome. I kind of liked the grittiness of the tapping of the Wacom tablet. And even then, I always enjoyed more the grittiness of a pencil on a paper. There's a rough texture there. Now, because this is like a smooth, rubbery tip, and the Apple, the iPad screen is so smooth, I've used another iPad with we purchased a paper-like texture on it, and it kind of gave that roughness to it, and that helped a little bit. But I'm starting to feel how this is different and how I can take advantage of it, because if I really keep my hands steady, it will allow me to do like super smooth, thin lines, and I can have some precision. And that's something I've kind of been weak at, just having precise lines. Now the folding here, it's a little bit illustrative, but I want it to be also be a little bit realistic. So I'm gonna have to find the proper lines here. Something like that. That might be okay. This is where I think there should be a slight angle change, and then we'll slight angle change that way to be kind of blowing in whatever wind is there. Okay, there's a long sleeve, and that can use some work, so we'll work on that. Just kind of set something in place for now. Just set something in place for now. Folks, I am trying to learn Spanish. I'm not a fluent speaker, no entiendo, or entiendo poquito, pero I am trying to learn. So if there's any Spanish speakers out there, I would love to engage, in some conversation in the comments. Leave a Spanish comment if you speak Spanish. I would love that. Let's see how much time I have. 53. So I have 7 minutes before I got to get to mass. So I will start heading in a little bit, a few minutes before mass starts. The community here at my home parish, sometimes, I think this kind of fluctuates, but it seems that the Spanish-speaking community is larger than the English-speaking community. Considering where I live in like Central Valley, Northern California, the population is so dense with Mexican and Spanish-speaking community that speaking Spanish in this region it's an invaluable skill for those who aren't don't have Spanish as a first language. It's really nice to have to be able to communicate with a vast majority of your community speaks this language. So I use it a lot at work, and I'm just trying to internalize and absorb the language as much as I can. So it's interesting because I listen to a lot of philosophy from Bishop Robert Barron and Jordan Peterson, and the people, a lot of the guests that Bishop Barron has on. Word on Fire podcast by Bishop Barron is like my main media consumption in the past months. I've listened to like 300 episodes in the past year, I think. Each one being maybe 30, 40 minutes long, some of them an hour long. And it's just been really great and enriching my grasp of the faith and of the theology and philosophy of our Catholic faith. But what's interesting is that it's so dense. The English language, there's so much complexity and density, and the concepts are so, I guess high level, that being able to speak Spanish at like a toddler level, or even less, I can sell an iPhone in Spanish at the Apple Store because that's like my job. But any kind of the language like outside of that, I would barely be able to carry conversation. But yeah. All right, so what is this? This is like Our Lady of the Anime, La Sagrada Familia. However you say Holy Family in Japanese is what this piece is. Maybe I'll find out. I can ask Microsoft Copilot. I've been using Microsoft Copilot a lot for AI assistance. Really good. I like it more than ChatGPT because it incorporates Bing search into your into its text, so it cites its sources pretty decently. Not that I always check the sources, but still, I appreciate that it does that. Okay. So we'll hop back into the color here. Maybe find some colors on Mary. Oh, I should head to Mass. Let's just go to this layer and maybe just kind of fill that in. Yeah, we'll do that. Oops. And then we'll head to Mass. So I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you for hanging out. God bless you, and thank you for your support. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.